Welcome to the Welcome Center. We are at the Welcome Center for Riverbed Ranch, and this used to be like offices, I guess, when this land used to be a farm, and it was in pretty rough condition when this land was purchased. But shareholders have worked really hard and remodeled and kind of rebuilt things, and so now it's just basically a clean slate. And I approached the board and asked if I could kind of decorate and pull it together, and they said yes. So I wanted to do before and after. So the Welcome Center is just a place to gather for the community. So we'll just pan over here. And so we have a lot of potlucks here, and people can reserve it for birthday parties or any kind of gathering. A lot of people are living in trailers or building tiny houses, and so it's just like a nice place to be able to gather. And residents come and hang out here. Sometimes you just need a place to be. Sometimes you need to charge your phone, and there's 2 bathrooms, and so people come and like shower if they don't have plumbing yet while they're building. And so yeah, we're just going to just spruce it up and just kind of finish it off. And I also want to add decorations because when we have a potluck, it gets really loud because there's not much in here. The walls are bare. And the more soft things you have in a room, the better it will soak up sound, and it won't be so echoey and loud when you're having parties. So we're going to put some curtains on the windows and probably way too many decorations on the walls because I kind of like to gather cute decorations. And then there's a kitchen, and we'll just add a few little things to that also. There's caregivers who live here, so some of the things in the kitchen are theirs, and then there's just stuff for the community. Sometimes they have like classes here, do canning or whatever, so it's just kind of a fun place to gather, but we're gonna spruce it up now. So I've got to show you this sign. It says, "Welcome to the ranch." And this is Riverbed Ranch, and everyone calls it the ranch. And I was so excited when I found this. I've been going through all of our stuff and downsizing, and I keep taking loads of stuff once a month to a consignment store. And it's called Home Again, and it's in Midvale, Utah, if you want to go. It's awesome. And while I'm waiting for them to go through my stuff and see what they'll take, I walk around the store and I try not to buy anything. But this week I saw this sign and I was like, are you kidding me? I have to have that. And so I bought it, and I was telling the cashier who owns the store, I was telling him why I was buying the sign, and we've talked before, and I told him we're building a homestead. And he said, "Oh, is the sign for Riverbed Ranch?" And I was like, "Wait, did I tell you the name of where we're building?" And he's like, "No, but I just watched a bunch of their videos last week." And so he already knew about Riverbed Ranch, which was hilarious. But I told him he needed to watch Castle Farms Homestead YouTube also. So anyway, I'm going to be hanging this up, and I'm going to make it so when you walk in the front door, it's going to be boom right there in front of you. And we'll say, "Welcome to the ranch," because this is the Welcome Center. And this is the first building that people go to when they come out to take a tour of the ranch if they're thinking about becoming a shareholder. So I'm super excited about my special find. All right, so this is the crowning piece. That "Welcome to the Ranch" sign. You gotta find the nail. Ta-da! And is it level? I think so. Okay, so when you come in the front door, this is the view. Let me back up a little bit. The 2 wreaths, I'm not good at this. There's 2 wreaths right there on either side. I got from a lady on Facebook Marketplace, and when we met, she had on an Oceanside t-shirt, and I had just come back from San Diego, and we both lived in San Diego. It was kind of funny, but the boards were painted. One was whitish and one was grayish, and they didn't completely match. So I just painted them with chalk paint, super fast and easy. It took me literally 10 minutes to do the 2 of them. So it's kind of funny because it gets a bit windy out here at the ranch. It gets pretty windy where we live in town also. But last week or the week before, we had a pretty severe windstorm. So these are kind of like a nod to the wind and the tumbleweeds blowing around out here. And so the windmill is also, I got that from someone else on Facebook Marketplace, and it had some paint on it that they dripped paint on it when they were painting a room. So I got it for $5. And then I just sanded the paint off of it. So I can't even tell. This I got for $2 at the thrift store. And I've got some wheat at home in a jar on my dresser because I don't know where to put it. I bought it for a Sunday school lesson and I don't need it anymore, but I don't quite know what to do with it and I hate to throw it away. So it's gonna go there. And then this, you might recognize, was from in our trailer. The caban strips didn't work when the trailer was warm and then freezing when the guys were gone for a couple days and they fell off the wall. So we decided to put it in here instead. It's a little more temperate in here. If it was easy, everyone would do it. It's not easy. That's why there's only a handful of people out here doing hard things. This is what we have so far. The piano was already here and I'm super excited about it. Okay, so I'm just finishing up real quick. I got this darling picture for $5 off of Facebook Marketplace. And once we're all done, Clint's actually going to put Riverbed Ranch on the tailgate of it to just personalize it for out here. And sometimes it's a little bit of chaos out here. That's why that sign. And so I just happened to have this and didn't know what to do with it. And so I just brought lots of things out here. And Amanda and I just spent all day Saturday just laying things out and trying to figure out where to put everything. So I just happened to have that. But we're actually going to get some people grow herbs and flowers out here, and we're going to ask them for some dried herbs and flowers to hang up from the hooks here. So it'll be local to the ranch. But right now, that's all we've got. So we're just working with what we have. Clint hung up the curtain rods for me, but then I had to create this curtain. And so Brady is hanging it up for me because he can do it without a stool, unlike me. But this is just leftover fabric that I had from the curtains from our house. And I just used, I don't know what the proper term is for it. Stitch witchery, or I call it melty tape, but it's just fusion tape. And you just use your iron to make a hem. And so I just spent about an hour measuring 16 times so that I only cut once because that was just a remnant that I had left. But anyway, just dressing it up a little bit. Okay, so these curtains I actually made for our house that we sold when we were selling our house to buy a homestead. And I saved them because I just love this fabric. And it's not really what I'm going to do in our house out here. Out here I'm going for more of a cottage style. So I saved these and lo and behold, they fit perfectly. They need to be hemmed. We'll cut it off a little bit and hem them. But for right now, just hung them up. Clint hung up the curtain rods, and I just think it adds just some hominess, and lots of fabric in a room helps to absorb sound. So when we have parties and things in here, it won't be so echoey. So I'm just finishing up a little bit here. I got this shelf from a lady on Facebook Marketplace, actually the same lady that I got the tumbleweed barnwood wall hangings from. She had this also. And it had some different shelf brackets that didn't really work. One of them was broken, so I just took those off and we mounted this up here. And then I was actually going through some supplies we got from friends who used to do rabbits, and they got out of doing rabbits. And we do rabbits in town just too right now. And anyway, this was in there, and I was like, oh, that's cute for decor. So I'm putting it here. This is from Nicole, and when flowers bloom out here, wildflowers, this summer or spring, I'm going to cut some and put in there. So just kind of fun to just use things that you have. In fact, this somehow didn't make it into our dress up clothes, and it was just kind of bouncing around in our hoop house storage unit. And so I just grabbed it, throw it up here too, and we'll just kind of rearrange until we get things where we like it. I was just going to show this real quick because a lot of people, I love to decorate, and I've always decorated, and it just makes you happier and makes things cozier. And a lot of people say, well, I don't decorate because I don't have the budget for it. And I totally understand that. I've had many years where I didn't have a budget for it. But this beautiful horse picture I got for free off of Facebook Marketplace. And it was about 2 miles from my house. All I had to do was send a message and run and grab it. And so sometimes if you just look around, you can find things and you can decorate quick and easy and free. I just have to show you a couple things. So there was a towel bar here and it fell off the wall because that's what towel bars do. And there was a big ugly hole here and a big ugly hole here. And we don't have any more paint for the Welcome Center. The paint got frozen and ruined. So we're trying to figure out what to do. So we hung the picture strategically so it would cover one hole. And then I had Clint hang up these hooks to cover the other hole. And then we just add another one to make it look right. And this bathroom gets used by people who are building out here or people who are visiting because it has a bathtub shower. And so it just gives people a place to hang their towels or their bathrobes. And this great find, $5, Facebook Marketplace. Can you believe I found that little bathroom sign? $2 at the thrift store. I was like, I have to have that. Now people know where the bathrooms are, but it's not a commercial sign. And these, we're going to put snapshots from events and things that happen at the ranch. So people will just be able to see themselves and see that we have fun out here. We're going to be doing a few more things. We're not completely done. Like this table, I'm going to find a tablecloth that matches everything better and a lamp and some decor, of course, to put on that. And we're going to be replacing some of this furniture. It's seen better days. I actually have a beautiful couch in our storage unit in town. That's an IKEA couch with slip covers. That's perfect. And it was free. And it was from a 96-year-old lady, so it hasn't had much use. So I'm excited to just find more free furniture to finish things off in here. And let's see, we've also got, we're going to put a valance over this kitchen window. This whole place was kind of retrofitted, and so there's just a few quirky things. And so a valance will just really make that look nice. I've got everything cut, but I just ran out of time to get all the edges hemmed on it. So I'll be getting that done while I'm in town. And you got to see this sign over the stove, because everybody needs one of those in their houses. And this is kind of a community kitchen. When we have parties and things, or sometimes people who are living in trailers just need to do something in a kitchen. People rent this area for parties and things. So anyway, that's just a cute way to say, please clean up after yourself. We've got 2 bathrooms and added just a little bit of decor in here and just some things that I had. This is from our old house. And this window is just a little bit quirky. So we had Clint cut down a curtain rod and hang it up. And then I've got some old curtains that we're gonna cut down and put on here, so that'll just kind of finish it off. So it just really takes little things to make a big difference in your spaces. It just makes it cozier and happier.